The place Bombardier itself is often considered a tourist site, not just because of the beauty itself, but actually the holiness behind it. You see visitors coming in every single day. Some people come at 5 in the morning, some people are here at midnight, and constantly the prayer life is always something that we have not witnessed before. And an individual that deserves a lot of credit and that we've never even heard of or seen before is Yohanan Remban, and we see him waking up at 4:15 in the morning, conducting the prayers and just going about his daily life here at Bombardier itself. Is just amazing to see that. But again, if you come here, you get a feeling of spirituality no matter what. Even if you're not a Christian, there are plenty of people that come from outside religions and ask Ramachan to pray for them or whatnot. And it's pretty amazing, and you have to kind of experience it and be here in order to realize that.
It's funny us being so tired for morning prayers at 4:45 in the morning, because you have an older guy, 70-plus-year-old monk, who wakes up on the dot, and then if he's late at all, he'll start sprinting or hurrying up to the chapel. So seeing him at his age is really inspiring to us as members of this church, because we see how Christ works in someone like that who lives at one of these holy sites.
Ramachan is in charge of so many institutions in the Kortem area. He has orphanages, he has colleges, he has other places like the old age home and everything like that he runs. And yet, with all that, he runs from 8 in the morning all the way till 9 at night, but then still having that spiritual aspect and everything in his whole life, and being able to balance everything is something amazing to see. For all 4 of us, having to wake up at 5 in the morning and then doing the noon prayer and then the evening prayer also, along with all the Qurbanas that we see, it's a totally unique experience and something that I'm sure we'll never forget in our lives.
I think one unique aspect of when we first got here is that many people saw us as outsiders and first looked at us as if we were strangers, but then they realized that we were here to live amongst them, and it was not simply for them to be serving us. We tried to keep getting across that we were here to serve them.
At first, just like anything, we were new people to them, and they had a little distance with us.
But I would say within the first 5 to 10 minutes, that barrier was broken. And now, whenever we go down there, if they see us walking down the street, they'll come running. Even if it's a quarter of a mile, they'll come running to come greet us. It's truly amazing how close these kids have gotten to us. And it seems that they're just looking for just people to love. And hopefully we're able to provide that for them on this trip.
When we first came here, personally, I was kind of a little scared because I don't know Malayalam that well. So we went to the Balabhavan and met the kids for the first time. These guys could communicate pretty good with the kids, but it was difficult for me. Because first of all, we didn't know them that well, and second of all, there was some kind of shell that you got to break through with them to really start having a fellowship with them. So I think the language barrier was there for me, but that was overcome really fast by simple things, because we just taught them how to give a high five, or just by teaching them how to thumb wrestle. Just those little things that brought us together. So we didn't have to even say hello sometimes. They'll just come up to me and just give me their thumb, and then we'd just start thumb wrestling. So that was like kind of a hello. So
a lot of the kids, the old age people, were just amazed that we were able to even speak Malayalam, like even the slightest bit. And being able to communicate with them and be able to share in their prayers and communicate with them and in their problems. And a lot of them would just go on for about 5 to 10 minutes about their experiences and how the kids have left them or threw them out of their homes and have put them into this, what they would call or consider a jail place sometimes. But again, I think what this Balabhavan and this old age home provides for them is actually a life, because without these places, I don't think many of these kids or many of these old age people would be surviving today.
The kids are all great. I mean, you see that they're not all orphans. I mean, you see that they all come from different backgrounds. Some have parents, some have to extreme cases of, parents that are being lost through murder and stuff like that. And then we have people that are just that have both parents but then have financial troubles. There's a lot of brothers and sisters, or brothers actually here, since Balabhavan is all boys. There's a set of brothers there, and it's just interesting to see these kids and just kind of learning something from them and taking that back to know how blessed we are in our lives.
Yeah, my family is not from this side of Kerala, but I know for a fact every time I come back to Kerala, I will definitely stop by and visit. I've already made agreements with all the Apachis and Amachis and all the little kids that whenever I do come back to India, that I would come and visit. You establish that relationship with the kids there, the older people there, and they're just looking for someone to talk to. And if you just break your little comfort zone, you mean the world for someone.
ദേഹമാകെ മുറിവുകളാൽ മൂടിയെന്നാലും യാത്രികനായ യേശുവെന്റെ ചാരെ വന്നിടും. ദേഹമാകെ മുറിവുകളാൽ മൂടിയെന്നാലും യാത്രികനായ യേശുവെന്റെ ചാരെ വന്നിടും. കൈപിടിച്ചിടും, പൊരിയെടുത്തിടും, എന്റെ നൊമ്പരങ്ങൾ മാറ്റി സൗഖ്യമേകിടും. കൂടെയുണ്ടല്ലോ, യേശുണ്ടല്ലോ, എന്നുമുണ്ടല്ലോ. ദുഃഖവും കഷ്ടവും എല്ലാം മറന്ന് ആർത്തുപാടിടാം. ജീവിതത്തിൻ വീതിയിൽ ഞാൻ വീണുപോയാലും സ്നേഹിതനാം യേശുവെന്റെ കൂടെയുണ്ടല്ലോ.